students, a warm welcome to you all for today's session. Today I'm going to start a new chapter in sociology, the third chapter. Before discussing about this third chapter, we had studied so far the two lessons. The gist of two lessons have made us to learn about the meaning of sociology and the definitions given by various sociologists, why we have to study the sociology, and what are the contributions of Indian sociologists in the field of sociology, and how they um, brought changes in the society with their revolutionary thinking we had discussed in the first chapter of sociology. In the second chapter, the meaning of culture and the impact of culture in Indian context, and as well as the importance of culture and how the culture molds the character of human beings. That also we had studied how important the culture is, isn't it? So in the third chapter of our sociology, we are going to learn about the institutions, social institutions. Institutions word, it is quite familiar to you all, isn't it? You always get connected with the word with educational institutions. But this institution word has a very wide meaning, okay? And it is connected with various other associations too, other walks of life. And how it is connected with other walks of life, let us see in this video clipping, okay?
Created using Powtoon.
Now this institution word was connected with family as an social institution, then the political institution, religious institutions, and the economic institutions. So all these institutions you would have observed around you, but you would have been uh, disinterested in identifying with the essence of these institutions. But in this particular lesson, it is an attempt to make you people to understand about the institutions, what we find in the society in connection with the social behavior of human beings. Okay, and how you observe the society and what are the things which you expect from the society, whether all your expectations have been fulfilled, needs have been fulfilled in the society, you will be able to analyze in this particular lesson. Okay, so in today's session we are going to discuss about the social institutions, the meaning of social institutions, then the features of social institutions. What is the meaning of social institutions? You saw in the video clipping that it is not confined to only one particular area or subject matter. It has a wide meaning, isn't it? Okay. What is it all about? It is nothing but a part of the society which makes us to understand the society in a better way. As I told you, it is related with the family, it is related with regional religious institutions, connected with educational institutions, political institutions, so on, isn't it? So it helps us to understand the society. We being in the society, I being in the society, being an elderly person than you people, I'm able to get many things to know about the society, but you are just a budding students, isn't it? Now, even though you are 12 to 13-year-old, your observation level towards the society mm, won't be so efficient and effective. But now the outlook of the society should be understood by you people, and you're going to start from today onwards to be seriously. Okay, you should observe. It helps us to social institutions helps us to understand about the society, and also the main feature of the social institution, the work of the social institution is to help the human beings to meet their needs. It helps us to meet our needs. You can take example of this educational institutions. MES Kishora Kendra. What is your requirement? Your requirement is to get education. Your parents' requirements is to get education to you people. So it is able to meet your needs, educational needs. Like this, many institutions are there to meet your needs. So I gave example of only one institution, that is of educational institution. The social institution is the whole of the roles, status, moral values, functions, catering to the social needs of human beings. You can take example of this moral values, ethics in life. Okay, even though Sudha Narayan Murthy is a great philanthropist, she is so simple, isn't it? She is one of the owner of Infosys, but on the top of it, the simplicity which has been projected by her. Take example of the Ratan Tata. Even much of his fund goes with charitable trust only. So they are all the role models, even though they are running the economic institutions, but at the same time, whatever the service which they render to the society, that is also very much significant, and this is you will come to know by observing in the society. So to meet your needs, you will uh, you will come to know about the importance of society. Okay, with the help of many institutions in the society, human beings try to meet their needs. It has organized belief. It has a set of belief which has been found in the institutions. You can take example of school only. It has certain rules and regulations where we have to be abide by it. We cannot violate the rules and regulations which has been framed by the management and the school authority, principal ma'am, isn't it? So it is in the organized way, and it has to be practiced, and it is in connection with the day-to-day activity. When people get together to achieve their common needs, what are your common needs? To procure education, isn't it? And the desire. Institutions grow, it won't be stagnated. It is not the same like how we have studied around 25 to 30 years before the education system. And today it has been changed. The NPE, that is NEP, National Education Policy, what has been launched recently, it just speaks about the growth, the change, the rational development in the field of education. Isn't it? One nation, one education theory is a drastic step which has been taken place in this 30 to 35 years of tenure in the political scenario. So around 30 years they worked upon it, and now it has come to the implementation. This is what the change, isn't it? It is a progressive change. It has growth in it. It requires many rules and regulations to function. So whatever the rules and regulations which has been framed, that has to be implemented properly. And this is where the educational institutions play its vital role. Not only the educational institutions, even other institutions, political institutions, economic, and the religious institutions, they all have the structured form of rules and regulations. Coming to the definitions given by various sociologists like Summer and Keller, they had described that like living beings that have organs and the cells, societies also have customs and institutions. This is what, like how human beings are having life, in the same way they also have the structured form of organs, different levels. That is the workmanship. Okay. Take that's what, again and again I'm giving the example of school only to make you all to understand. Here, the work will be done in various levels. The school will be run by management with the help of teachers, that is the teaching staff and the non-teaching staff. And you will also come to the school with the help of your parents and even with the help of van drivers, so on. So there are so many people who are associated with, and with their responsible duties, you are able to get the education. That's what he has compared with the human beings. These two sociologists have compared the social institutions with the human beings. Okay. And Summer also says that a social institution is a permanent structure that fulfills the desires of human beings. It is understood only. It is permanent structure to meet the needs, isn't it? Many students will pass out every year, but at the same time, the school will stand with the same values, isn't it? And McIver, a great sociologist, and one more sociologist by name Page, they also define the social institution, and it is for uh, it is there to fulfill the desire of particular social group. So yours is a student community. Educational institutions helps you to meet your educational needs. When it comes to the other needs, the food, shelter, and basic needs, that will be fulfilled by your one more institution, that is family. When it comes to the infrastructure regarding the transportation, roads, railways, all these things that will be taken care by the government. It is also a form of institution only, that is a political institution, isn't it? As I told you, not only the institution has been coined with that particular word, it can also be uh, called as an organization too. Note here, the state, family, marriage, court of law are the few examples for social institutions. Just now I said the government, isn't it? So government also comes under this institution only. That is a political institution. Family comes under social institution. Marriage, again social institution. Court of law, it is in connection with the government only. Okay, social institutions are those institutions socially approved by the social structure that are devised to fulfill the desires of human beings. So, what are the desires? Desires are nothing but needs, wants, requirements. The important features of social institutions. The sociologists have identified around five features under the social institution. It is found everywhere, isn't it? All over the world, in the entire universe, you will find this social institutions. So the first and the foremost feature is it is universal. You will find everywhere, and it is there in all the societies, and they are also as old as human civilizations. With modification, it would have formed the present dimension. It has existed from the ages, okay, from the ages. Irrespective of time and space, social institutions are present in all the human societies. Family, marriage, schools have been part of the human societies with the necessary changes, isn't it? All these things I've already told you while explaining the previous slides too. Coming to the second one, social institutions have the set of rules, and these rules and regulations helps to regulate the human behavior, isn't it? See, PT sir is there, PT sirs are there, ma'am is also there to regulate your behavior. Even the class teachers and other teachers who will be focusing more on your academics. At the same time, we have the moral and ethical responsibilities in molding your behavior in the school, isn't it? So, the set of rules and regulations which have been formed in the social institutions that makes the person to get corrected, and it just takes the person to the right path. It helps the person to know about his do's and don'ts, which he has to go ahead and which he should not do it in the society, all these things. Okay, so the rules are there in the social institutions which tries to rule or regulate, controls human beings. Social institutions direct their members to perform the rules as per the roles as per the rules strictly. Obviously, when you take example of the school as an example, there you will come and you will come to know about so many works which have been carried over by the different set of people. Teaching part will be taken care by the teachers and principal ma'am. She supervises the work done by the teachers, and even the housekeeping people who keep the surroundings clean, who helps in keeping the school premises clean. Guards are there to provide the security, and gardener is also there in the school. He maintains the gardening. You all would have seen. And the non-teaching staff people who helps the housekeeping people to keep the classrooms clean, and also they help in carrying out many administrative works too, isn't it? So the things which takes place in the school premises, if you observe, you will come to know why. I'm not comparing with the family, means there are so much of liberty in the family. You will find so much of liberty, freedom to do all your work, and at the same time rules and regulations are not strictly followed. But whereas when it comes to the institution, educational institution or political institution, you should be abide by it, isn't it? So it is the set of rules which have been framed that will be followed strictly. If you violate that, the punishment will be ready. So not to become an outlaw, not to break the law or set of rules and regulations which have been framed. Okay. Then the third one is of social institutions fulfill the basic needs. It's what it helps us to meet our basic needs like food and shelter. Apart from that, the personality development programs which helps us to become economically independent. During this corona lockdown period, many charitable trusts had come forward, and many social activists had come forward to help the corona victims and all, isn't it? By helping them out and supplying the food and the basic needs. All these things have been done during this lockdown period, where many people had lost their jobs. Many daily wagers who had lost their jobs, they were struggling for food and the shelter. So that was being taken care by many social activists, and voluntarily many people, ordinary common people, they got involved themselves in helping those destituted people. Okay. This we had noticed. If you just recollect the things which have happened in this 3 to 4 months, um, you can get an idea about how the things will be, basic needs will be met by many destituted people, daily wages. Various social institutions work in coordination to fulfill their needs. As I told you, social institutions, that's what. Many institutions will come together to help out those people who are in need of the help. Okay, in case. This is a video of 3 minutes. It just narrates about the social institution. Before watching it, let me tell you, national education policy has been uh, aimed at providing the education, equal education to all. So we, being the state board students, should not miss out anything. Whatever the additional informations which have been given in the form of video or extra information in the audio form, it is only to horizon your knowledge, but your answer should be confined to your textual contents only. Okay, based on that, you can write in your own words. So the word file will be sent later, followed by this one, and you have to write the question and answers in your classwork by referring your textbook. Okay, let us see this video. How was it? Wasn't it so interesting? Thank you a lot for watching this session. Have a nice day. Be a good children and good citizen to this nation and good human being to the society. Okay? Be good children to your parents, good citizen to this nation, and good human beings to this entire world. Wish you good luck. Thank you once again. Bye.